This combination of photos provided by the North Korean government shows what he said during the tactical nuclear strike exercise in Pyongyang, North Korea on Wednesday, August 30, 2023. Independent journalists were denied access to cover the event depicted in this distributed by North Korea. Korean government. The content of this is as provided and cannot be independently verified. The Korean language watermark in the provided by the source is KCNA, short for Korean Central News Agency. Seoul, South Korea. North Korea said on Thursday that its latest missile launches simulate scorched earth nuclear strikes against South Korea, while also rehearsing to occupy its rival's territory in the event of conflict. But the North's announcement of elaborate war plans heightened protest against continued nuclear weapons, while reaffirming aggressive nuclear doctrine to intimidate opponents. The North Korean military said it fired 2 tactical ballistic missiles from the capital Wednesday night to exercise scorching ground strikes on major command centers and operational airfields in South Korea. According to the official Korean Central News Agency, the North's military said it carried out simulated attacks of missiles through air blasts, suggesting that this confirmed detonations of mock warheads at a certain height. North Korea said the missile tests were in response to the flying of U.S. long-range B-1Bs for joint air training with South Korea earlier on Wednesday as part of Allied field exercises. Is a serious threat to as it is under the scenario of preemptive nuclear strike against North Korea. The Korean People's Army Chief of Staff said, "The KPA will never ignore the hasty actions of U.S. forces and military gangsters." The missiles launched Wednesday were the last of the North's weapons tests since last year. South Korea's chiefs of staff described the missile launches as a serious provocation that threatens international peace and violates UN Security Council resolutions banning North Korea's ballistic missile launches. The North describes its as nuclear strategic, but the plane switched to conventional weapons in the 1990s. On August 21, the U.S. and South Korean armies began the Ulchi Freedom Shield's computer-simulated command center summer exercise. During this year's training, scheduled to conclude on Thursday, the Allies featured more than 30 field exercises, such as Wednesday's joint air exercise involving B-1B aircraft. North Korea has called for major military exercises with participation of the United States on and near Korean Peninsula. Washington and Seoul officials argue that the exercises are defensive. The United States is deploying approximately 28,000 troops to South Korea. KCNA said Kim visited an army post Tuesday where his military was holding command center exercises in response to South Korean-U.S. military training. It was stated that exercises aim to implement procedures to occupy the entire southern half